All right, I'm excited for this video today. Continued partnership and sponsorship with Labworks, which you got to check them out. I'll post a link in the description. But as far as parts for the Jeep, and I got crossover steering. I've got my snorkel kit. A thing I'm doing right now, long overdue. I'm going to do the 4-hole injectors on my 98 Jeep Cherokee XJ. This is the 4-liter inline 6. So we're going to go through that process, take those out. Definitely excited to get these in. Been wanting to do it for a while. I've got upgraded everything else as far as throttle body, ignition, plugs, wires, distributor, fuel pump, cold air intake. So it's ready to go. I just need to put a little bit more fuel into it now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking this stuff apart, and I'll show you how to do it. But basically what we're going to do is remove these connections from the throttle body. Then we've got to remove the bracket, set it out of the way, disconnect the fuel line, and then remove the actual fuel rail, and pull the fuel rail up. So let me get started on taking some of this stuff apart, and you can go along for the journey. All right, so what we got the Labworks fuel injectors. These are the 4-hole fuel injectors. I don't know if you can see them. I'll take a better picture once I get them out, get them unboxed. I will put the product link in the comments. This company's been phenomenal thus far to work with. Greatly helped me out. All the products that I've tested and tried have worked out phenomenal. So I'm excited to get these installed and see how much better it runs. But again, let's get started on it, and we'll start taking some of this stuff apart. All right, I hope you can see this okay. But what you're going to do on these bad boys is just pull this out, and we pop that off on this one. Same on this one. This is a new throttle body, so they're kind of a pain in the butt. This one here is the one that's a little hard to do. What you've actually got to do is put a screwdriver in here and pop that one off. So just like that. All right, we're going to unloose this clamp right here, take this back, pivot it out of the way. Then we're going to take the 3 bolts off that hold this. They're going to be 10 millimeter. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Then this unit will raise up, sit over to the side, and then I'll stop it there, and then we'll come back and do the fuel rail. Alright, so got those disconnected. Yours may or may not have the little spacers that I took off. That's because I have the throttle body spacer, so it sits up a little bit higher. So I've got that unhooked, moved out of the way. I've got my vacuum out of the way. What I'm going to do now is bleed off the Schrader valve, and then take this cap off and get this fuel line unhooked. And you will need a special tool to do that. Alright, so you got this little clamp. Just put a screwdriver here and pop it off, and then you're going to slide this off. But you're going to need a special tool to do it. I just went up and borrowed mine. Alright, so these are all unbolted. This is usually the hardest part for me, is to get that to slide off. Pretty sure it's a 5/16, so we're gonna double check and see if that's right or not. But you'll need a little tool. What it does is just clamps on down in there if you can get it, and then you. All right, so that's off. Basically, I had to put it in and twist, so that's good. All of this is unhooked. Should just be simply pulling out the injectors on the fuel rail. So let's do that now. All right, so you're just going to wiggle and push, or wiggle and pull till you get the injectors out. But you want to make sure you have all your O-rings out. Because that does tend to be something that comes off of the injectors. All right, so we got the injectors out. There is going to be some residual fuel in the line that you're going to want to let out. But these injectors have definitely seen their better days. So when you pull these injectors off the fuel rail, you can see grommets came out of that one. Grommet is still in this one. It's imperative you make sure all those grommets are out so that they seat correctly when you put the new ones in. Here's a comparison of the old versus new. Same connection, same setup. If you look, see if you can see it. These are 4-hoe. This is a single hoe. So it should be a huge improvement. We're going to get these put back on the fuel rail and then start putting this bad boy together. All right, so injectors are back in. Make sure when you take the old ones off, you retain these little clips because they do clip back in. So these are the new injectors compared to the old, probably original injectors. But I'm going to go through, put this back together, and then go from there. All right, so new injectors are in. Everything's tightened back up. Should be good to go. One thing I've got to do now is reset the computer to let it know that I've switched some new injectors in here. And what will have to happen is the computer will relearn your driving patterns so it can adjust if it's too rich, too lean, so on and so forth. The way you're going to do that on this 98 Jeep is we're going to disconnect the positive and negative battery cables. We're going to hold the cables together for 30 seconds. And then you turn the key on, but don't start it. Turn the lights on, turn the lights off, turn the key back off. Should be good to go. And then it'll probably take it a tank or two of gas before it relearns your driving techniques. So we're going to do that real quick and then start it up and see how it goes. No check engine lights, so far we're good to go. We're going to take it for a spin. Right, a couple things that I didn't point out when I was doing the video. When you take your injectors out, again, make sure the O-rings are out, but then on the new injector, put a light coating of, motor oil or something smooth on the outside of them to help them sit in there, and they'll seat a lot better. That's one of the main things that I forgot to say. And when you actually put the fuel rail back into the engine, you'll know the injector's going because they'll kind of pop into place. But drove around the block, everything's running great. No check engine lights, and it seems like it's got a little bit more throttle response. So super excited with this fuel injectors, and I'm gonna see what else Labworks has because thus far they've thoroughly impressed me. So we're gonna keep going down that road and keep putting this build together. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and check out Labworks.